mess with justice.
Hey there guys, Conkertron here, and welcome back to another top 10 slash top 5, because today we will be going over the top 5 Light Skylanders. We're just basically going to be ranking the Light Skylanders. There's only 5 of them. I do own them all-ish. Like, I've got Legendary Astro Blast, but not the original, but who cares? I have them. Unlike Dark, where I'm missing Nightfall, but whatever. So, yeah, top 5 Light. We're going to start this off with number 5, which I think is going to be pretty obvious. That's going to be Astro Blast. Now, Astro Blast has a incredible design. I love his design a lot more than a few other characters on this list, but his gameplay does not do him any justice. Like, you got this thing, it doesn't do a ton of damage. It does bounce, which is nice. I'm not gonna lie, the bouncing is quite nice. Then you can shoot a little snow globe in the air, which will explode. You can also shoot the snow globe to do this, but only does, it should do like rapid damage, but it only does like one hit of like 23, which like you can do just by shooting them, so there really isn't a ton of point in doing that. Ow. And then you got his most least useless move, the kick. It only does 2 damage. 2 damage. It does knock them back quite nicely, but still. 2 damage? That should do a lot more than 2 damage. I mean, you can charge up the shot. I know I haven't fully upgraded him yet. He's decent enough. I don't hate him like other people do, but that's just, compared to the other characters, he's just not that good. Not that good at all. He's got incredible design, but still, no. Alright, number 4 is going to be the only Light Core Spotlights. Spotlight has a pretty cool design. It's definitely solid. Her gameplay is kind of actually pretty fun. Like this, a lot more than Astro Blast is. And okay, thank you. Then you've also got the rings, which shoot out their little thing, and they can spin around, which gives me very big Prison Break vibes. And as a huge fan of Prison Break, I have no problem with that. Like, seriously, the halos stick to them and making them slow or something, so that's always nice. Thing is, these rings also have, no, let me out, arena trap, because they shoot out those little things, which are quite nice. And then as another little arena trap thing, you can do this, rapid damage, but if you shoot your eye beams through it, you get these little light dragon copies of yourself to come out, which actually do pretty good damage. They do like, yeah, like 99. Overall, Spotlight, very solid gameplay, very solid design, but not that good to some of the others. She's pretty decent with crowd control actually, but still about to die regardless. Alright, number 3, who is probably the most surprising one on this list, is actually going to be Aurora. Aurora used to be one of my most least favorite Skylanders, just because I didn't really play a ton as her, and I just didn't like her design. But I kind of had a tough time putting Spotlight and Aurora. But I chose Aurora just because I like her gameplay better. I like Spotlight's design better, but Aurora's gameplay is just a heck of a lot of fun. She's really fast-paced character. You got your little sword back things. Like, her third move is kind of useless. You just throw some things behind you. They're kind of nice for crowd control if you got people coming at you, I suppose. This move is just kind of fun. You can hold it down to dash around a bunch, and I'm on the bottom path, so I get to leave these little doodads behind. But overall, Aurora, decent enough design, very good gameplay, and her Sky Chi, she goes really pale. Her Sky Chi's pretty good though. I mean, I kind of wasted it, but it's still pretty decent. So overall, I think Aurora is just a very solid character, worthy of dead center of the list, I suppose. But let's get to number 2, almost like 4. Number 2 is gonna be the other Light Sensei, Blastertron. Now, Blastertron may be Skylander Gamer TV's favorite Skylander, and I can definitely very much see it. He is amazing. Blastertron and Nightlight are far ahead of... I mean, I kind of spoiled it, but if you're keeping track, there's only 5 of them you keep track of. They're far ahead of all the other ones. The Light element is definitely a pretty solid element. I love how you can, if you charge it up for a little bit, you can do a little pew with your lasers, and then if you hold it, you do a little spin to do a bunch of damage everywhere. Definitely a heck of a lot of fun. Then his gameplay is absolutely amazing. Like, you got this thing, which does damage rapidly, and when it explodes, it does a bunch of damage. Like you saw it did like that. Yeah, it explodes like twice. Then you also got these rockets that do pretty good at crowd control. But what's amazing is that you can combine those last 2 moves together. Get one of these going. You can only have like one going at a time. And if you shoot these through, it slows down and shoots out a bunch of mini rockets. So you can have it tethered a bunch. I love Blastertron. He is amazing. If you hold Z, you can put it around yourself, so you can walk around with it and do it like this. So create like a little hexagonal border around yourself. And then like do this, and then while that's going around, you can swing your sword. His Sky Chi isn't that good, because you can hardly move. But what's nice is with that, it sucks enemies in, which makes his Sky Chi a lot better. The only reason his Sky Chi is any semi-good is because you can put one of these out and it'll suck enemies into one spot. So, like, you just walk in there and use your Sky Chi. So, his Sky Chi isn't the greatest, but overall, Blastertron, amazing. Alright, and if you're keeping track, number 1 is gonna be Nightlight, who is there for a very good reason. It's Nightlight. Who is there for a very good reason. Because if you've ever played as him, he's a heck of a lot of fun, especially in trap team. So you got your first move, which is actually doing really close range damage. And his first move actually knocks enemy in the air. You don't see that a lot with Skylanders. Their primary move, knocking Skylanders people into the air. Alright, I just want to get this freaking guy out of here. Alright, let me out. Well, okay. And then second, you got your smash, which slows enemies down and makes your sword do even more damage. And third, you got kind of like a Nightlight spotlight thing where you create a little pool of light to knock enemies up in the air even more. You can also teleport, which is nice to speed around, or if you can do it fast enough, you can speed out of situations. He's gonna die, but I don't really care. If you hold it, you can do a little pew 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 kind of thing. Overall, and his design is absolutely amazing. Yes, Nightlight's design, I love it. His gameplay, I love it. So overall, Nightlight, favorite Light Skylander, and for a good reason, because if you've played as him, you definitely know. And he's not too hard to get your hands on. On the secondary market, he goes for like a little bit more than other Trap Masters. Whoops. He goes for a little bit more for other Trap Masters, but it's not too bad, and it's definitely worth it. So, that's going to be it for today's episode, I suppose. Definitely shorter than other ones, even though I tend to ramble. So, let me know your ranking below. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.